Hello. Now, last time we left off having started to write a new command and just have the boilerplate for it. And I believe I'm lagging right now. Let me fix that. Okay, should be fine. So, uh, anyway, we had left off writing a function uh, which was just kind of pulling out the logic of an existing command into a reusable function. And at this point, I'd like to. It turns out we're going down a few rabbit holes with like refactoring, and I'm about to write a new test soon without actually writing the new command. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just commit the new command stuff so that and put it in a separate branch so it's out of the way. And we'll start doing that now. So there's a lot of stuff here, and I only want to include stuff that has to do with the make map new command. So should be able to just include make map.c, just the entire file. So this GAD means git add. It's my little shortcut, and it's not in the right location to do that. Let me try again. Does not match any file. Oh, I mixed up the name. It is called make map, not map make. Make map.c. Okay, and let's do make file. So we only want to include make map. We don't care about free kanji keys. So we'll say edit this hunk, and we will get rid of free kanji keys. Right. Should be fine. So then we want to do git add patch commands.h, and we do want to include this because we're kind of fixing the name of the command that we're refactoring. Oh, but we only want to include make map, right? So okay, so we're going to split this. So let's just do edit, right? And we are going to just add the make map line. That should be fine. And then add main.c, and yes. Let's see, do we want this? Okay, I am going to have to edit this, I suppose. Well, let's split it up actually. So we do want to add that. That's right. That's just adding the new the new like usage line. And here we're fixing free kanji keys, so we don't want any of this. So no. And then here we want make maps. Yes, we want to stage this. Okay. So we finished 4 files, and next we got, I think that's all we need. We don't need any of this refactoring stuff in the last 4 files here, right here. So let's do a git diff of the cache, and we've got make map. Looks like this is all that's needed, right? So I'm going to do a new branch, make map, and commit-m. Commit. This means git commit GCM. I have a little shortcut scripts for git, and we'll say, let's say, "新しいコマンドと導入 introduce a new command. Map, make map. This commit introduces a new command. このコマンドは、 にた健コードから漢字へのマッピングを完全に生成する。生成する。I have to look up this word. This is probably a bit boring for everyone watching. I don't remember the kanji for this. 生成。生成。So I forget the order of the characters. So umaru, umu and naru. Okay, so it is this one and that one. Okay. Okay, so I want to say this is just the boilerplate only. How will I say that? This is so genzai currently. That's not correct. Genzaiコミットするのは本当の実装ではなく関数の始まりだけです。Just the beginning of the function, not the actual implementation. Okay, and let me proofread this really quick. Okay, and that should be fine. Now I have a little commit tree here, and I should be able to go back to master and it doesn't like what I'm asking it to do because there are conflicts when I try and commit it. So I think I want to do git stash. Right, now let's make sure it still builds and runs tests. Okay, great. So that partial git commit of the working tree was valid. So now I'll actually go to master, and I think the command is git stash pop. And okay, that looks fine, although it has merge conflicts. So now I want to go edit the makefile, and I basically want this version, but without make map anymore. Delete. Right. And then I'll edit commands.h. Then I no longer want make map, but I do want free kanji keys. Okay, then I can make this, and it works. Okay, so the purpose of this commit that I'm working on here is I have refactored some stuff into a separate function. So I think that this is ready to commit at this point. Let me add everything and then do a diff and just kind of run over this really fast. So okay, it has the new source file, freekanjikeys.cc, and it has this. It's kind of cleaning up the invocation of it, and it has romaji.c, where it's romaji.c. Does that need commands.h? I don't think it does. That doesn't make sense. So let me delete that and see if it still works. Romaji.c. I don't believe it needs commands. Let's make again. Okay, great. So now I think this is ready to commit. So I'm going to commit. So free kanji keys command をより標準標準的に書き直す. Okay, so make the free kanji keys command more regular. Rewrite it so it's more regular. And so 特に呼び出し方を改めておきました. Okay, and this next line says, I especially fixed the way that it was called. And cuando no jitai no jiso. No, I just want to say function, the command function. Kansu is function. Oops. Commando kansu no yobidashikata. Command function's method of being called. Commando kansu no. Actually, this is not the only thing. Also, commando no jiso de aru. Commando jiso no hontai. Hontai mo 別の関数に移動しました. So I changed the way the command function was called and changed the actual implementation of the command into a new function. Let's just, instead of a separate function, I'll say a new function. Okay. Okay, great. So we are getting there. So now what I would like to do is actually add a test. And on second thought, maybe this test should be part of this commit. I don't really like it when commits only have a test in them. But maybe I don't really have a rational reason for thinking that. So I have a way to write tests, and the way to write tests is to have a test call some application logic, and in that application logic write stuff to standard out and standard error, and have that redirected to a file, and then make sure the contents of that file match what is actually expected. And this is pretty straightforward, and the application, you're just kind of checking that the application still outputs what it used to generate. So having said that, let's see what tests we already have, and maybe I can put it in the. So by the way, what I want to actually do is I want to say, so I want to test this free kanji keys. Oh my, that doesn't work anymore. That's not working right anymore, huh? That is a surprise. I thought that we made that work. Make. Oh, you know, we might have to make because the header files have changed. So let's try that again. And I don't have the header files in the make file as dependencies as they should be. Okay. Very interesting. But I thought that it was working before, wasn't it? So if we go back to 3, the root, when I first started doing these coding sessions, these recorded sessions, let's see if this works. See if it works here. Okay, good. But I do remember that it was working in the last video I made, and now it's not. So let's see here. So get free kanji keys. Oh, I'm still in the wrong commit. Let me go back to master. And we have the shortcode array, and that has elements, count, allocation, and down here, get free kanji codes, and this function at the end. This is the actual logic of what we want to do. This grows the array and adds a new element to the end, and each element is just 2 characters representing a key combination to input a kanji. And then we have get free kanji keys count above that. That's not exactly what we want. And in fact, get free kanji keys, this this looks correct to me. Used. Oh, but this is not what I wrote. So let's go over to commands. Oh, commands, not commands, but free kanji keys. And here, getting codes here and then printing them out. Codes.count. Okay, so I'm going to print out the number of codes that there were. And this is kind of a sanity check. I think I have to do LLD here. And this is codes.count. Sort free, let's run the command again. 1242, which is pretty much correct. And so it seems like it's just printing out the code, but without kind of terminating it. So the %2s over there in printf seems to not be limiting it to 2 characters in the string. Well, I think 2 is actually the minimum. This 2 means the padding, right? That might be what's wrong. Let's look up printf. Wrong section. Okay. So I guess I got to review this. Percent. Conversion specifiers. S. L modifier. No, if no L modifier is present, the const car argument is expected to be pointed to an array of character type. Characters from the array are written up to, but not including terminating null byte. If a precision is specified, no more than the number specified are written. So how do I specify precision? Precision. So is precision the same as the floating point precision? That would just be dot. Maybe I just have to do dot like that. Oh, there's right there. Precision, an optional precision in the form of a period followed by an optional decimal string. Instead of a decimal digit string, one may write star or star m dollar. Specify that the precision is given in the next argument or in the mth argument, respectively, which must be of type int. Okay. If the precision is given as just dot, the precision is taken to be 0. Okay, I believe that I just got to do percent dot 2s then. Let's try that. Okay, great. That worked. So we really just made a little mistake in the format specifier. So now I'll do amend and there. Okay, and now we can start writing the test, I suppose. So what tests do we already have? We have .c. Last rank contain test, rank coverage test, and test util. Okay, we don't have any kind of Romaji tests, so let's add that, I guess. I guess we'll have to add a totally new test source file. So to do that, I guess I'll call it Romaji test after the module name that it's implemented in. That's fine, I suppose. And then Romaji test. This uses the Romaji test source file, and like the other tests, it uses the test headers and sources that are shared by all tests. And there, bin. This is Romaji test.c. Okay. Okay, looks fine to me. So now I'm going to open a new test file, Romaji test.c, and we are going to base it on some other test case file. So I'll insert in, what is a simple one? Rank coverage test, I think, may be a simple one. Okay, so this doesn't need commands or rank coverage. This needs romaji.h. No, it actually needs the command, right? Commands. Needs the romaji command. And so, right. Free, the name of the test is free kanji keys and output. So Okay, don't have to, we'll delete all the extra tests. We only need one. And so the way this works is that nTest is a function which takes the expected output of the test. And so the expected output is really what the current output is. Free kanji keys. Right. And I don't want that code count in there. Let's just delete this so it's actually working. And I'll make it. That should build everything properly. Okay. So I want to turn that list into a C string literal. So what I'll do is I will run it through sed, I suppose, replace the dollars with new lines. Dollars not with new lines, but with, I guess I'd rather do, no, replace new lines with the actual new line string, right? The actual \n escape sequence. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try that with one more. No. Okay, so the problem is probably that the \n is kind of in sed the \n is not actually getting passed through anything. So I'm not really super interested in learning sed in any more detail right now. So I'll just drop back to Perl, which I think should work. Star. Let's make sure this does what I expect. \n replaced with star. No, it didn't do it. Not what I expected. But if I change it to something else, Perl-E. I thought that's supposed to work. S. I must be confused about something. Why doesn't that work? Okay, I have another idea. So I'll just do tr delete tr \n replace with something that's not in the input anyway, right? So okay, good. So there we go. So then I'll that replaces new lines with equals. So I'll replace the equals then with a \n, and that seemed to have done the trick. So right. So now I'll copy that. I believe I have pb copy kind of. Now I'll just redirect it. Temp output. And here I will read temp output into the file. Now this is kind of messy, but let's be patient. We'll clean it up. Let's make sure it works first. Error 99. Okay, so it says that the difference is mistaken. So run this to get the details. Okay. I wonder what could be wrong. Quite every line, I guess, according to this. Okay. Let me see. So every line starts with less than, which means that I believe that means the left side had extra lines. So expected had extra lines. Let's cat this. That's the expected, and the actual was nothing. Okay, so I guess what we did wrong was we didn't actually use the right function to print out the output in the command implementation. Out. Oh no, it looks like it's correct right here. So maybe we didn't set the out variable, global variable correctly. Possibly. So let's look at the other test. Start test. Start test takes an argument file. That's the source file. That's not interesting. So end test. Why is out not getting anything? I do not understand that. Seems like it's doing everything right. Oh, because this doesn't have actually any logic in it here. Okay. That was obvious. So we want to say free kanji keys with no argv, no argc, and this should be fine. Let's try again. And the test pass. Okay. So let's add. Okay. Now we want to make this look reasonable here. So I'll go to column 80 and let's see, add a new line 80 and okay. So yeah, this is what it's going to end up being, unfortunately. There's must be a way to repeat this kind of thing in a macro. Okay, let's do a quick search. So we want to say vim macro. How to record and play. Let me just do the first result. This is enter a macro type Q, letter commands Q. Okay, Q, letter commands Q. Then you do the letter. Okay, so letter is like what the macro is named, I believe. Start recording register D. Use series of commands and stop recording. Okay. So I'm going to move this to my other monitor and reference it while I'm doing this. So I need to do Q, call it macro A, and commands. Oh, I think I don't do colon Q, just do Q literally A. Okay, then I'm going to go to column 80 and insert quote, new line, end. Okay, and go into command mode and then quit. So now I just have to do at Q. Okay. Oh, didn't seem to. Did that work? Looked like it was on the wrong line. So I will try that again. No, that's not working. Doesn't seem to be doing what I want. Funny. So let's try let's just try doing something very simple. I'll record in B, and hello, and commands, and enter. Okay, now let's try B. Okay, so that's working. I think maybe what I did was I wasn't using the at symbol, or I wasn't using the right name. So let's try at a, at a, at a. Okay, good. This is working now. So let's repeat it 20 times. 20 times at a. Okay, just have to sit here and wait a bit, I guess. That's it. Okay, let's do 20 more. And 20 more. Okay. 20 at a, 20 more. Now, probably what I'll end up doing is that eventually someday this test will fail and I'll make it actually intelligent. I'll instead of literally expecting these sequences, I will expect like the right number of codes, or I'll expect that no codes overlap, or actually test something about the sequence rather than test it literally. Or if I want to actually change what this outputs in the future, I'll add arguments to it, which allows me to change what the output really is. And the default output will just continue to be the same thing. Right now, this doesn't take any arguments, so it's easy to expand it later. So let's make it again and make sure that it works. Okay, so I think this is done now. And I also think that this can go in the previous commit. And I'm starting to think that I probably didn't need all these includes up here. Standard def.h, standard IO. Don't think I need those. They're kind of out of place, so test util. Let's try again. Somehow the test seems slow compared to when I was running them just 2 days ago. So, okay, command amend. All right. And so I'll just do free kanji keys no testo o suika. Add a free kanji keys command test. Okay, so that maybe I should just call that a session. Maybe I should just take a break here. I don't know if there's anything simple and kind of nice that I can do right away. I suppose I can move this commit back on top, move the make map command, this commit which we did first, and put it on top of free kanji keys. And then I'll go ahead and continue implementing make map. I suppose that will work. But is there anything else I want to do before I really implement make map? I don't think so, because basically this is just a simple. This is going to be a simple command where I get all the free kanji keys and then add a just apply the codes for them, and also apply the codes for romaji. So does making the map for romaji actually work? Let me see. Free kanji keys. So there's no command to output the romaji mapping. So we'll probably just do. I think that's somewhere. That's in romaji.c, the romaji mapping, the kana, basically. And I kind of have some configurable little macros here because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. So I made these conditionally compiled, because some of these combinations are very rarely used, or some of these kana are just not used very often. And so like here, this is composed of 2 of them, and I think that I wasn't sure if I wanted to have 2 ways of inputting this or just one, because there's more than one way you can really input it. So let me see. Oops. See, yeah, see, I had this idea. BW9 would be this. And I knew I wanted that, but I wasn't sure if I wanted VYO to also be that. And so, yeah, I'll have to maybe explain that later. I don't know if I want to explain it right now. Go down that rabbit hole at this moment. So, card to key index. So I wonder if there's a function here, maybe not a command. There's no command, but maybe there's a function to actually generate the kana mapping. Because this make map command we're about to write should include the kana and the kanji. And I don't see it. Use bitmap. And so, yeah, now I'm realizing actually that some of the kana mappings have 3 characters, or 3 keys in them, and some have 1. And so the whole idea, I believe we were assuming earlier that make map would have a function that returned the things. Oh no, I'm thinking of the free kanji key, the free kanji keys command. Never mind. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, look, if we look over at romaji.h, see we have this, not this version of it, but we added this short code array, and each element has only 2 characters in it, which is kind of wrong in some cases, because here we see we have kana with up to 3 characters in the code. But this is just for getting free codes. It's not for the real mapping. So maybe that's fine. And okay, let's see here. So in make map, okay. So I think I've answered my question. I do want to move make map onto the top of master, so I'll do git cherry pick number 2, and there are merge conflicts, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and merge all these. So make map and free kanji keys should be together at this point. Right. Commands.h. And now we want to have make map and free kanji keys together. Okay, so that should be done merged. So let's take a diff, and make file looks like it's adding exactly 1 file to the list of shared sources, adding 1 function to commands, and we'll probably see that there's no compilation errors, hopefully. Right. Okay. And so now I think that we can commit this and delete the extra branch, make map. Okay, good. So this XL command shows a graph output, and as you can see, it essentially looks at all of the branch tips, like master and make map, and then shows their most common ancestor. And if you only have 1 master branch here, then it just shows 1 commit, because it assumes that you don't care about any later commits. I should probably change that to show at least 10 commits of history if it doesn't do that already, because otherwise you don't really know what this is. Like, you don't really know what you've just been doing the past few days. You just know what you did the last minute. That's not really all that great. So, Anyway, I think I need a drink of water, so I'm going to take a little break. Okay, so I've gotten my water, and I noticed something that was bothering me. I don't know if this is a bug or not. So if we run new sort free kanji keys, we get a big list, and if we count the number of items in it, we see 1242. But if we run new sort, if we run new sort, what is it called, last rank contained, then it says the total number of kanji is 1250. So why would it be 1250? Oh, I think I just remembered why. So, right. The reason for that is because the the we're using shift keys. So it's so like TY is a valid code for kanji, right? Just as a random example, and TX, but actually just just T. No, this is a bad example. It's more because T is actually used in katakana as well. So it's more like JX. No, that's also not correct. Um, Let me try and get a better view of this output. What is the longest line? Trying to. It's not letting me zoom out anymore. Um, okay, there we go. So the longest line is Q. So that means QX is a valid code, QY is a valid code, for example, but also capital Q is going to be a valid code, which is just a single capital letter, which will just kind of also create a kanji right away. And so I'm not sure how to represent that exactly in free kanji keys. So it sounds like we probably have to fix that. And let me zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom back in. How do I zoom in? I'm not even sure. Control. Um, hmm. Let's just deal with it for now. Control minus is to zoom out. How to zoom in is I thought would be control plus. I guess it's control equal. Okay. So yeah, this is a bit of a problem, I suppose. So if I look in last no kanji DB, I believe, where we are generating this data. No, it's not in here actually. It must be in. Let's look at all the C files. Kanji DB order commands. It must be in last rank contained. Last rank contained. So we're somewhere around here. We're trying to figure out, like, could we use a capital letter in here as a kanji input key, input code. So yeah, let's see where we have some kind of exceptional logic in order to allow a single letter kanji code. It's somewhere in here where we're kind of figuring that out. Get top keys, line stats. It's not in line stats, get top keys. I don't think get top keys is it. Line stats. So line stats should have that information, I believe. And top key. What does top key even mean? Top key is CH key character and number of available spots, I guess. Maybe that's it. available. And unused KK, unused kanji. What does KK mean? KK, unused kanji keys. Okay. It's kk.counts. Okay, I think we're getting close. Get free kanji keys count probably has it. Yeah, I think we're getting warm. And here we check if it's free as a singleton code. We try and see if we can use it as use a capital letter as a single code. And in order to check that, we look at all of the we look at everything. We look at all the like used keys, and if it includes this key code in the first, if nothing includes the key code in, well, how exactly does it work? So used key code. It's looking in used bitmap. Used bitmap is just a two-dimensional array which sees if something, which tells you whether something is used or not. And so this checks everything that starts with the given key, and if it's not used, then it adds it. So okay. So I think what we want to do is when we get free kanji keys, we actually want to also check to see if every capital letter is available, or not just capital letters, but also the colon, which is a shifted character, and less than, greater than, and question mark. So those are all punctuation that require shift, and even actually these, the numbers with shift, the characters above the numbers that you get with shift. So free a singleton code. How do we get the stuff to? So in order to do that, in order to get those, we do kanji key count. We check everything in kanji key count, right? And okay. Okay, so get free kanji keys count is using get free kanji keys, and then it's extending the information in it, or it's adding to it rather, to see if the shifted key can be used for every individual kanji key count. So I think what we need to do is down here, I think that in free kanji key codes, we want to automatically check the shifted thing. Key 1. So yes, we want to do it for key 1, and so essentially we want this loop, but we also want to do this in another context where we don't loop over key 2, we just drop key 2. So how do we want to do that? So I guess we want a shifted key, size t shifted key 1. I'm copying this from get free kanji keys count equals excuse me, key 1 plus mappable car count divided by 2. Okay, and so then down here, or let's just do it first. So we check if it is used, I suppose. Get free kanji keys used. Right, so we loop over. I guess we just want this, right? We want free a singleton code. So we see if we use the same logic as get free kanji keys count. If free singleton code is used, shifted key 1, then we have to add this to codes, don't we? So we're going to do if use.m key 1. I'm just copying mindlessly now. So we know it's available. We don't have to check used again like we do in the next loop. So now we grow array by and codes 1. We add one item, and we say codes L codes dash count -1 0 equals key index to charm map, I believe. Yeah, key index to charm map, right? So yeah, I should probably explain what that actually does. Key 1, shifted key 1, shifted key 1. And so I'm not setting the null terminator, which is obviously wrong. And okay, so first things first, let's start from the bottom, I suppose. Key index to charm map. What this is, so there's two different ways to identify a key on the keyboard. One is by just the character it represents, like A, and one is by a kind of positional index. I mentioned in the first video that there were 40 keys that we're using for input, and I believe that's how the map works. So the key for 1 would be, so for 1, that would be the number, like the pressing the letter 1, that key corresponds to index 0. Q should correspond to 10 because that's 10 keys later. A should correspond to 20, and then Z should correspond to 30, and then slash should correspond to 39. And let's just make sure that's correct. Key index to charm map. So yeah, that looks like it's correct. And plus we consider dash a usable character. And the reason why we want to do dash is because in most Japanese input systems, the dash is how you indicate the extension of a vowel. And so here I am just typing it. So if you like, sometimes a word might have this in it. Like for example, I don't know what I want to say. What's a simple word that even someone not familiar with Japanese would know? So actually, romaji, which I've been using a lot, that has a dash, this dash in it, and so it's in the middle, as you can see. That's because the ro at the beginning is longer, and so that's how you type that word, romaji. Anyway, so that's why we have this kind of thing that's out of place in the grid, this dash. And okay, so I believe that get free kanji codes is now functional. And now get free kanji keys count needs to be kind of fixed, so to speak. So, okay. So down here, we got a shifted key 1. And I think that what we want to do is we just want to check the shifted key again, and then we want to make sure that it's kind of there, that see if it's usable. So so used is get free kanji keys, get free kanji codes. So get free kanji codes is not used by get free kanji keys count, I guess. And this kind of feels a little bad because there's a lot of duplicated logic there, which is not great. So yeah, let's see. How do we want to fix that? Let me just review what I actually deleted here because I don't quite remember. I changed it out of the editor. Uh-oh. No, don't do anything. Huh. I wonder how that happened. Let's just write it, see what the diff is. Yes, yes, really do it. I know what I'm doing. Free as singleton code, free as singleton code. So I guess we just need to add this free as singleton code thing back, unfortunately, because we are duplicating logic, and I don't really want to fix it right now. Delete to you and insert. Okay. Okay. So this is confusing because we are doing the singleton code before in this loop, in this function, but after in the former function, in the prior function. Let's just make the singleton check after at the end of the loop in both functions. And later when we refactor, it'll probably be easier to kind of unify all of this. All right. This looks better. So let's try and make it. Hopefully this will just make the tests fail. Okay. And this should add a few yes, exactly. This is exactly what we want. So as you can see in the output, we have these extra characters, these extra input codes, which are available for use, which is perfect. So that means that the amount will kind of match in both cases. And then also if we run the command manually, free kanji keys, we will see them interspersed at regular intervals. So here's the question mark one down there. So now we want to edit. So we want to edit the test so that it works. Romaji test. And okay. So yeah, this is what would be the easiest way to fix this? Guess we want a question mark here. So I'll grep single character lines, right? And then add context one line before each one. Okay, so Q slash now has a single, and I'm kind of slouching into the screen to see exactly where what's on the screen because it's kind of blurring together at this point. So Q slash should be followed by a shifted Q, right? Okay, that's fine. And unfortunately, there is not really any we don't really have the alignment all pretty anymore, but I don't think it's really worth it to fix, to be honest. I mean, either way you look at it, it's going to be a bit of a pain to maintain anyway. So now we want to add the shifted L slash. I just hate escaping characters in regexes. It just feels like it's making something uncomfortable even more uncomfortable. Then after L slash we have shifted L. I don't think the empty lines are justified here. So let's try running again. Let's see if it works. I mean, let's see if it's closer to working. Okay. So now we have the colon, so that should be come after the semicolon backslash slash, right? Okay, so here we add colon backslash n, right? And so now we have C, no, not shifted, we're looking for lowercase c, and we add a C n. Okay, and then we have a V, shifted V, then we have a shifted comma, and here shifted comma, add a less than sign. Then next we have a shifted what? Shifted dot. So we look for a escape the dot, escape the forward slash, and after this we have that. Okay. And for some reason Vim is slow when I'm looking at this file. I don't really get that. I mean, I know Emacs does that kind of stuff, but I expected more from Vim. It might be my terminal emulator. Okay, good. Tests are passing. So, yes. Now I wonder if I can fix this kind of duplication of effort in romaji.c, where we do get free kanji keys count and get free kanji codes. One is just counting what the other is, really. So isn't get free kanji keys count just counting the number of values in get free kanji codes? Oh, I forgot something important. So I have a util.c here where I'm reallocating. So the whole grow array by thing is based on realloc, and realloc I don't believe zeroes out the the like the space that you grow into. And so, you know, I if we look at, man, yes, right here it's highlighted, the memory is not initialized. And so technically down here I need to also set the second character to 0 so that it's truly null terminated. And I can either do it explicitly now and finish this the easy way, or I can fix my reallocator to initialize the new stuff. So here, yeah, let's say, so what we'll do is we'll save the old size, right? Old size equals array.alloc, right? And then we'll do a after we do the realloc, we'll do a memset, right? We want to set everything to 0. So we will take the array.element, and then we start from the old size. Let's just be consistent and call it old alloc, right? Old alloc times grow count. Oh, we need the size. We need the size of the individual elements, right? So what we'll do is, because this is macro magic, we can actually just add the kind of original size here. we can just add the, add it the size, like indexed into the array, kind of a straightforward manner, and it should all just work. So mem set to 0, and we will say, so this is where we have to multiply. We have to say array.alloc minus old size and multiply by size of an element in the array. Array.l. Okay, now I'm a little hesitant about this. So yeah, the realloc array is not correct here, is it? Because it is giving, oh no, this is fine, because xrealloc array does the multiplication for you. I remember that. Multiplies, so I'm being very careful because grow count and the alloc value here, these are all the number of elements, right? It's not the number of bytes. So I need to be very careful. And so xrealloc array can handle that, but memset does not understand the size, like the fact that it's setting like packages of bytes or kind of groups of bytes. It just thinks of a single array of bytes. So I need to set the starting position to old alloc and then set the size correctly by multiplying it here, right? So I believe that this is now fine, right? So now let's run the test again. Go array by, okay, I have a syntax error. Old alloc is the right name. Okay, good. So now let's see what we have here. Okay, this is looking very good. Now, the thing is, I do believe that I want to make this intelligent here. I want to, in other words, I want to fold up this duplicated logic because it's really annoying to have it look like this. And so the non-performant way to do this, but the straightforward way, is to just have get free kanji keys count call this function and then count what this function returns. And that's kind of a waste because it's building up an array which just ends up throwing away, and that's unfortunate. So yeah, how do we want to do that? Because it's nice to fold up code, but if I'm also going to make it slower significantly, or not slower, I mean not measurably slower, but kind of sloppy, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. I mean, I do have tests to make sure that everything is consistent and everything kind of like everything is coherent anyway. So the duplicated code is not really that bad as long as I can save myself from breaking it or prevent myself from doing it. So I mean, if I really wanted to deduplicate this code, I could like have a callback, and one version of the callback, uh, the callback would kind of be the function that is the parents of both of these would just kind of refactor this, and it would call the callback. There would be a callback here, where it's where it kind of where the callback would do different things based on these two functions. In this function, in getFreeKanjiCodes, the callback would add a character to, or add a code to the short code array here. And here the callback would just increment a counter somewhere. And I think I need to think about that kind of off screen, and to know like what is the right way to do it, because callbacks can be confusing and you end up needing to cast pointers around and use void pointers, and it just sucks. And so rather than just dive into that now, I'll just wait until later. So now let me just do one more check because I think I'm almost ready to kind of call it a night. And so new sort, free kanji keys, right? I just want to check the count here just to make absolutely sure. It is 1250. And now if I do new sort, last rank contained, and the total kanji count is indeed 1250, which matches. So my goal was achieved. I now have consistent output between these commands, and I made grow array by a bit safer. So one thing I also want to do is I also want to add um, a free macro which frees the array elements and also sets everything to 0 here. But maybe that's not worth it because you always free it and then stop using it right away. So maybe that's not really all that helpful. And so, yeah, I think that we're ready to commit this. So, um, so here we're going to say get free kanji codes ga shift 文字を trying to say return 返す return I think that's YZ, yeah, 返すようにする, right? So change get free kanji codes to include shifted characters. And I'll clarify this by saying 一つ one shift 文字 so 1だけの shift 文字 so actually I'll say one keystroke だけの shift 文字 code. Okay, so make get free kanji code return one keystroke shifted character codes. And so the clarification is that now これで shift これで so we're making two commands behave the same, right? And that's why this is so great. So free kanji codes to last rank contained no 出力 output, the output of those commands が統一される are unified. I'm starting to feel strange about this word. Is this really what I want? Let's see. 統一とは Let me just look up the definition really quick. Well, this is more like putting things together. 出力 出力 so in the output の合計漢字数 total number, so total number of kanji. So this means with this the output of the two commands which contain the total number of kanji characters will be unified. Okay. Okay. So double check the tests. make sure my tree looks good, and now I will push to origin, which is, no, push to GitHub. Okay, great. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching.